And I'm Luke.
And we're here from Gameplanet Australia, and we're here at the Sony Media Briefing. It's been very exciting. Well, I think it's been exciting. It was an interesting one though. This one was actually full of consumers and industry. In fact, we found out that people have been lining up since 4 o'clock yesterday just to get in. So it was quite lively inside. People are hooping and hollering, and
they're bringing the Nintendo vibe to it now.
Really?
That's kind of what Nintendo does. They get in all the fanboys, they scream and shout all the time. And
there was a lot of screaming and shouting for pretty much everything. But let's go through the show itself. I mean, it pretty much kicked off with a big montage of like Sony's past, current, and future titles, which was pretty cool.
And it has been confirmed right here.
Yes.
That Sony has won the Dubstep Challenge.
The Dubstep Challenge. Did they get in before? Before Microsoft, they were playing it in that montage, weren't they?
Yes.
Hey, good work.
About 15 seconds in.
Good work, Sony. Let's see if Nintendo can beat that.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No.
They can try.
They can try. So pretty much Jack Tretton actually got up on stage, started telling us, about all the PlayStation network and Vita, the PS3 and all this kind of stuff. First game they showed off though was the upcoming game by the Heavy Rain developers, Quantic Dreams.
Yes.
And this game is called Beyond.
And it's interesting because we know this type of style of games they do.
We do, yes.
And to me that looked more like a cutscene. It's kind of hard to draw the line. Where does the game start? And
well, no, I had this thing while I was watching Heavy Rain. I remember initially, like if you don't see the actual user interfaces when you're going through it, it does look like a cutscene. But their focus has always been on your single-player narrative experiences. And the scene we saw was an interrogation scene between the main character, who was actually played by Ellen Page,
from The Last of Us.
From The Last of Us. Easy. You've thrown me off.
Completely.
God.
Ellen Page.
So Ellen Page, okay, interrogation scene. It was very subtle, it was nice. It was just this speechy, talky sort of thing. Then they showed a whole bunch of scenes from later in the game which seemed very action-packed and fast-paced. So, I thought it was exciting. I love
looks
Heavy
good.
Rain, so
It looks really good.
Okay, good.
That's her! That's her! She's getting away!
Tell them to leave me the fuck alone, because next time, I'll kill everyone. Come on, Aiden. I think they get the message.
So what happened next? Luke?
PlayStation All-Stars.
PlayStation All-Stars.
Which looks awesome.
You like the look of this?
Yeah, it looks really good. I think they might do pretty well with this one.
Okay.
If they can get some really good characters in there, like today they revealed Big Daddy.
Yes, Big Daddy from BioShock and Nathan Drake from Uncharted.
Which, that's a given.
Right, fair enough. So it seems like a very level-driven system. You reach your level 2, level 3 power-ups after you fight for a bit, and then you get like these big ultra combos and stuff like that. So that seems like the way it plays. Very obviously, Super Smash Brothers, but cool. Yeah, seems all right. You like it, so
I'm excited.
All right, good. So one of the other cool things they showed was Assassin's Creed 3. They showed a unique level on an actual ship in the oceans, well, the old school pirates on the high seas.
A big boat.
A big boat.
Yes.
Yes, but and you actually do control it, which is very different from an Assassin's Creed game.
I like the water. The water physics were outstanding.
Actually, the entire scene, it starts off in a very sunny environment and it goes into your storm. The seas are waving around and you're shooting the cannons out the side of your boat and everything like that. I thought it was very cool. Don't get me wrong, it doesn't feel like an Assassin's Creed game, but it was.
That was very interesting.
It was still
something
cool.
different.
It was something different. That's right. And actually talking about Assassin's Creed and talking a little bit about the Vita, which I was surprised that Sony actually spoke so little specifically
about the Vita.
About the Vita.
I thought they were kind of come in like guns blazing.
I thought it was going to be all Vita.
Yeah.
But no, the big things that came out of it was there's an Assassin's Creed specific game for the Vita, that ties into Assassin's Creed 3. It features a female assassin that you play as.
Which is cool.
Which I thought was kind of cool. And she looked much more piratey as well.
She did.
You notice that?
Yeah.
She looked like she actually fit into the era that the game was set. So that was cool. The other one is a Call of Duty Black Ops Vita game as well. So
don't know much about that yet.
Don't know much about it, but I just like the fact that it's not a port or anything like that. It's a brand new kind of game that ties into its bigger console parents, which is nice. One other thing on the Vita, because I actually really like my Vita, to be honest.
So
I really do.
Yeah, that's a good console.
I actually downloaded Final Fantasy VII on the PSN a couple of weeks ago, hoping to play it, to find out that it doesn't actually work
Oh, no.
on the Vita. So that was a nice little announcement that came out. A whole bunch of PS1 titles are going to be available on the Vita, including your original Tomb Raider and Final Fantasy VII. So that was nice.
Exciting.
Exciting stuff. So, but the big last couple of games that were actually shown was God of War Ascension, where we got to see some of the gameplay of that. Yeah, the single player of that. You know, probably it's God of War. You know exactly what to expect. The exciting stuff is the
big combos, epic battles,
and the horrible scenes, the finishing moves and things like that.
They've gone over the top, right?
They really did.
I was thinking the whole time, we might be in trouble if we don't get this classification in Australia.
Yeah. I mean, the final one where there was a big elephant trunk kind of thing, and you stab it in the head and kind of.
He was ripping heads off.
It really was. It was a bit harsh.
I enjoyed it.
Talking of gritty and harsh, to do a horrible segue, the final thing that they showed us was The Last of Us, which is, of course, the upcoming game done by Naughty Dog developers that have done the Uncharted series. And this is it looks. I think it looks fantastic.
Yeah.
I really do.
I think it's a very different direction for them as well, comparing to like Uncharted. This looks a bit more like survival.
It does, very much so. You kind of feel every bullet that's being shot, and every confrontation you have, the close combat stuff, the character's breathing really heavily. You do not feel like an invincible Nathan Drake at all. So I like how that's actually played out. Although I'll be interested to see how the actual gameplay mechanics of the game itself actually works.
Yeah. And if you're kind of having that, your little buddy with you, Ellie, the whole time, like how that works and the dynamics between that.
Exactly. So yeah, that was the Sony's presentation.
How do you think they went compared to
look, so far,
what we've seen?
So far, I think they are winning the press conferences so far. That's my opinion. But of course, we have Nintendo to come up, so we'll see how they go.
Yep.
But yeah, no, I quite enjoyed it.
And that's it.
Thank you very much for tuning in, and stay tuned to Gameplanet Australia for all your E3 news.